Hi, it's me again. Episode 5. Yeah, I'm doing 2 episodes in one day. Okay, I'll tell you why. Uh, I kind of got off kilter. We talked about that in episode 4, so I'm trying to make up for lost time. I've had a lot on my mind lately. And I had to pull the hair back. Oh my God. You know, they say when you get older, you're supposed to get thin hair. Mine's getting thicker. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's getting even thicker than it was before. And oh boy, talk about having long hair. I got long hair, okay? But that's my thing. Almost always had long hair, except for a few short years of my life. But anyway, enough about old Steph, the wild thing. Um, I'm still wild. That's not going to change. I got news for you. I don't want it to change. You can be spiritual and still be a warrior. And I am. I am a spiritual warrior. I'm going to talk about a couple of things that have really been on my mind lately. I heard it's being said or written recently a lot. There's a couple things that I've talked about, or I've written about that, of course, nobody really pays any attention to much of what I do anyway, but that's okay. I figure the Creator will open people up to me one of these days, so I'm not too worried about it. But here's the deal. There was a time when these words passed through my mouth all the time. I have to do it. I don't have a choice. Sound familiar? Oh man, do I remember those days. I have to do it. I don't have a choice. I really believe that. I lived my life that way. It was like I had some kind of set of rules hanging over this head that almost a blackboard that said, okay, this is the way life is, little Steph, and this is how you're going to live it, whether you want to or not. Now, I was still pretty much the wild thing, and I rebelled most of my life. Yes, I did. But on the other hand, I did a lot of really good things for me, for my children, and if I can ever finish my story, I think people will find it very different. It'll be interesting, it'll be sad, it'll be hard to read at times. It'll bring tears. But it'll be funny too, some of the strange things I got myself into, let me tell you. But anyway, I have to do it. I have no choice. I love that. Oh, God, I love that. Oh, and I say, oh, God, a lot. It could be, oh, dog, right? I'm not putting God down. Don't ever think that. I call God my creator for the most part. Okay? But anyway, getting back to I have to do it. I don't have to do anything. And I have all the choices in the world. I can do whatever I want. There is no magic blackboard that says I don't have choices. The minute I think that I don't have any choice is the minute I become limited. I am not going to be a limited human being. No way. No way. Sorry. I was for many years, and didn't even realize it. I really honestly thought I was really with it, really had it together. Uh, why wouldn't I be? I did what I wanted, right? I went out, I went to college, I got a degree. I was a scientist. How about that? That's pretty amazing when you look at me to think that she was a scientist. Yes, she was. And she ran with bikers and hippies and all the rest of them. That was the other part of my life. During one part of my life, I was working on computers all the time. During another time of my life, during my free time, I'd be raising my children and partying and doing what I enjoyed. But yet, I still had something hanging over me. I have no choice. Yes, I have a choice. And no, I don't have to do it. Now, let's get to the important stuff. I had some wonderful spiritual advisors who woke me up, and there are methods to that awakening. And if I can ever finish my story, some of that will come to light. I hate to ruin it by telling you about it in a video. Okay, I may have to disclose a little bit of it, but not all of it. At any rate, one of the things my spiritual advisor had many things to teach me, and I'm going to come across all that stuff. I have books and books and notebooks of it. But anyway, one of the things that was very enlightening for me was the fact that I found out about how limited I really was, always had been. Where did that come from? Well, it came from my early childhood. It's called conditioning and programming. And whether I like to admit it or not, oh man, I didn't want to believe this. I was a fighter, and I fought that concept big time. But it was true all the way through. And I was full of anger and non-forgiveness and all kinds of nasty, negative things. And by doing that to myself, I had to learn a little lesson about love. Now, I've written online about some exercises that my spiritual advisor made me do. She didn't make me. I chose to do it. Remember, we have choices. And when I chose her to help me, because boy, did I need it, I really thought I had things figured out. The first thing she said to me was, honey, we're going to start at the basics with you. And I thought I had 5 years of spiritual awakening going for me. I had nothing when I met this lady. She opened my eyes. She helped me do some more things that were absolutely necessary for my spiritual growth. Okay, so here's the deal. One of the things that she had me do was to learn how to love me, because I discovered that even though I was beginning to, it was really a slow process. That conditioning had been built into me for 40 some years. Okay? It was going to take a while. It was going to take some work. So she asked me to go to the mirror as often as I could during the day for the next 2 weeks, and she would say, look in the mirror, look yourself straight in the face and say, You are loved. And I thought, what? What is this? You are loved. Okay? So I did it, and there was a change inside. I started to feel differently. I really did. I started to feel a lot better about me. Okay? I started to believe it. Okay, then, after that, she had me go in front of the mirror for the next 2 weeks and say, you are loved by God. Or by whatever I want to call God. Okay? I have that unlimited choice. I can call God whatever I want. The Creator, Mother Nature, she, he, whatever I want. Okay? God is God. And that's how I feel about it. You may feel differently. I'm not going to tell you how to feel about anything. You can feel it whatever way you want. But in my world, God is God. Okay? I did that for 2 weeks. And I swear to you, I began to feel loved by a God. I was believing at that point in something greater than me. Remember, I was a scientist for years. I'd been trained. I was supposed to be a physicist. That was what I had gone to college for in the very beginning. I was a mathematician and I was a physicist. I had a 3.8 GPA, and I'm not putting kudos on me. I'm speaking fact here. I'm not that dumb, okay? In fact, sometimes I'm pretty much a smart aleck, let's put it nicely. And I have to watch out. When I put online, I'm being a stinker, that means I'm doing stinker thinking, okay? And that's not right, and I cannot do that. But that little exercise about being loved works. I've done it. And if I have to, I'll do it again. If I forget that I am loved, if I forget to love me, I will do it again. And I know I'm loved. Every one of my needs in all my life have always been provided. All through my life, all my needs have always been there. Even when I had to live in a car with my two of my children, didn't matter. We survived. We still had meals provided to us. Who did that? Who was doing that? At the time, I didn't know. I didn't know what I believed in then. I was a young woman who had left her crazy, well, I can't judge anyone. That's another one of my rules that I've been taught by my husband at the time, who was not performing as a husband probably should. Wasn't honoring and respecting his wife, shall we say. But anyway, all my needs have always been provided. And that is a beautiful, wonderful thing, not to ever have to worry about tomorrow, knowing that your needs are always going to be provided. I ain't talking about wants here. Wants are a totally different thing. So we'll get into that discussion in the next episode. All right? I'm going to sign off. This is episode 5. And I hope some of you watch it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.